If I could save every life, I would do it.
Everybody, get down! Everybody! You heard him. We're the X-Men. Everybody's thinking nice, calm thoughts now, okay?
How are we supposed to be calm when there's a monster on the loose? A mutant monster 7 feet tall!
Nobody here is a monster.
Yeah? Tell that to Snuffy.
It came from Mutant Town. These people don't belong anywhere near normal folks. I need my medicine.
Get her autograph, then let her burn. They're all monsters. Look at them. They all support one another.
Cannibals. Close them down, Gene.
We only want to stop them hurting one another. Why are they so angry? Monsters. I, too, was called a monster by my jailers.
You healed my spine, Mr. Xorn. I now have one more reason to be rather fond of monsters like you. Think of it this way. With no special gifts other than its intellectual skills, humankind survived for many thousands of years in a very dangerous world. One of the ways they survived was by forming themselves into groups or tribes, gathering around flags and books and laws. A shared ideal is one of the best ways to hold a tribe together in the face of chaos. But now the tribes are all sharing the same tent, and we can all be guilty sometimes of mistaking our ideas for things. Sometimes the idea of the monster is more real than the monster itself, if you see what I mean. I see it as the job of the X-Men to help build bridges between human and mutant thinking.
That is my gift. I like to mend broken things.
Would you mind carrying that tubing? I'm still not used to legs. Scott and Jean spoke very highly of your skill and sensitivity during the riot assignment downtown.
I do not know what I am, Professor. I was once a boy in China, who then became a mutant son inside an iron mask. I know colors and wavelengths. I feel the movement of energy and emotion on many scales, and speak your language by shaking the particles in the air with my gravitational senses. But you could look into your finding machine and see if there really is a monster lost and afraid in Mutant Town. No one should suffer in chains as I did.
I'd certainly be willing to try as soon as I've finished here. One of the students suggested an upgrade to the Cerebra System's X-gene detection functions. This would actually allow us to telepathically remote control mutants out of dangerous or threatening situations. When the trials are over, I'll have a look for your monster. Until then, I suggest you conduct your search in the purely physical realm, Mr. Xorn. Get to know something of the city and its people. I often think of what you suffered at the hands of those frightened, cruel men. I'm very glad you didn't give in to despair, and I'm glad you chose to join us here at the Institute.
Sometimes I miss the certainty of my iron cell, Professor. There I sat motionless, in deep meditation. Now I walk in the great turmoil of the world and try to learn. When you look into my mind, what do you see?
I see orchards in China, a star falling across the sky, a radiant star of pure thought.
In Chinatown, there's an old man who knows the roads of Urumqi below the Lake of Heaven in the Zhejiang-Uguay Autonomous Region. From him I receive the tools I need to set down my thoughts and freeze them in the form of these symbols. When I look over this man's shoulder into time, I see his grandfather and my uncle meeting on a dusty road near the 1,000 Buddha caves. The old man tells me he is proud that someone from Zhengzhou Uguay has done so well for himself on the television. He calls me a great man of peace. I would like to live up to his words.
Go through it again, Dan. We got the gays in one part of town, the poets in the other, and the anarchists here and the copy editors there. Now we got militant mutants setting up flags in Alphabet City. What happened to the nice, quiet melting pot they promised me?
Let's all just drink the same damn beer. That's my idea of global culture. But whoever listened to Officer 375?
There is no word for monster in any mutant dictionary.
You got any idea what he's talking about?
Yeah, pretty much. He's saying that Mutant Town is the wrong place to look for this dog-eating freak. It's a Zen thing, Eugene.
How do we know that creep ain't the monster? Check him out. With the steam blowing out his ass? He ate Sonny Bean. Now he's gonna eat Sonny's mom. Man, I'd pay to get into that.
I have no eyes to see with. My brain is a tiny sun, locked in a bottle made of thoughts and feelings and raw iron. I know things only by their light.
He's just my son. He only got out once when he was much smaller, just after it happened. How was he to know what he was eating? That dog was always yapping anyway.
I have eaten dog once, a long time ago. I don't believe it's a capital offense.
He likes chicken soup and Cheerios. I think he likes that stuff much better than dog, but I got scared to go out and leave him. I needed medicine, but they only just opened the drugstore again. Are you Death? I'm a human being. Why isn't he a human being too? What happened? He's a 12-year-old boy.
No, he's a mutant, like me. This is a great time of change. He will not be alone in this new world.
No, he'll be a monster. I took half of these and I gave Sonny the rest. So it's got nothing more to do with you or anyone else. I don't want them to hang him from a traffic light. I don't want to see people cheer while government robots trample him into mush.
Those pills you swallowed are damaging organs vital to your body's function. Stay still and let me help. There's nothing wrong with your son.
What?
It's only that his mutation is not complete. He is not grown yet. I can still help her. Take care.
Holy shit!
Not yet grown. In 10 days he would have become something new and wonderful. Something never seen before. Something rare, unique.
Medicine!
Be still.
Fire at will! Fire at will! Bring it down!
Wait.
Back off, guys. Medicine.
No. 10 days. In 10 days it would have been all right. He would have awakened to his potential.
Fuck that.
Clouds recycle water molecules onto the concrete. You wish to see my thoughts, and were blinded by the sun beneath my mask, Professor Xavier. So I have tried to capture my feelings for you, in the form of symbols here on this book of paper leaves. But these lines and curves are not much like thoughts or feelings at all. The old man asks me if I remember a man named Chi Ping, and I do. He was a baker in Gochang, where my aunt was married to my uncle, and while the rain falls, we talk of living and dying below the lake of heaven. And life goes on.
My name is Charles Xavier, and I am a mutant. The doors of our international X-Corporation offices are now open. Consider us a worldwide refuge in times of trouble. Simply think of the emergency X you'll register on our Cerebra machine. And trained X-Men will be on hand to help you. Well done, guys. From the ashes of the X-Corp debacle, we're making a public relations comeback. Rah, rah, rah for the mutant team. Well, after that whole Hitler Youth mess those guys got into,
Aye, well, see that stupid dad of mine for starting it all, Richter, old son. I'm here to atone for his sins. Jamie, you don't feel well. You'd think, being the multiple man, I could divvy up my hangover among all my clones. No such fucking luck, Donald. We all have the same headache. The same brutal hammer multiplied 12 times. Whose idea was it to have an emergency mission the day after we all go mental on the dance floor? So what's the gig, Jean? Hen? I know this one. A train wreck in the Channel Tunnel left 120 passengers and 30 asylum seekers trapped in wreckage. Teacher's pet, eh, Monet? The professor's contact in London mentioned a potential gene hazard on the train, which is why X-Corporation Europe got the call. Gene hazard meaning? Meaning you get the people out of there before anyone else gets hurt. You've all been doing this for years. We'll keep you updated via Cerebra Link as soon as we have more. Siren wanted to talk about code names. Aye, well, can we not use our school nicknames instead of these daft Ponzi gladiator names? Cool. I was jet ass for 5 weeks when I was a kid. That's better than Cannonball. Forget it. I'm supposed to be a superhero called Stinky? I wouldn't mind ditching Darkstar. I'll stick with just Monet, thank you very much. I was bullied at school.
There's a young man down there in Montparnasse thinking about how cool those X-Men looked on TV. It's hard to believe. They're finally listening. The world is finally listening to us, Jean. And all we had to do was take off our frightening masks and step from the shadows.
Well, combining this goodwill tour with a branding exercise has pretty much put off the old feared and hated routine, Charles. We now have a list of mutants all begging to volunteer for work at the X-Corporation offices.
And I can hardly believe I've been able to leave Emma in charge of the school. Once a sworn enemy, now a trusted colleague. She's been a real revelation. It's been a long time since I've felt this good. Or this nervous.
Better watch it. You sound like Cassandra Nova.
No more need to hide our mutant natures. No more human rules. She was right to go on television and break our silence. She was right to reveal us to the world. She took the step I always knew I had to take. I always found an excuse not to put my reputation on the line. But Cassandra, in trying to do evil, in trying to expose mutants to their enemies, she freed us from a self-imposed exile. I see her now as an agent of nature, testing its own boundaries, forcing change into stalemated systems. And yet, 16 million mutants had to die to prove a point to humanity. I can't help wondering. I wonder if we have any control over our destinies, or if we are just biomass manipulated by an intelligent evolutionary process itself. Oh, mineral water. Thank you, Jean. Please excuse my rambling. Now that we finally have a quiet moment, I thought... You asked me to take a look at this growing power source in your skull.
Well, everybody at the school seems terribly worried about my expanding telekinetic senses. Basically, I need you to tell Scott I'm not turning evil, Charles.
He went this way! I saw him. I'm not stupid. Nobody said you were stupid except the target. Look, maybe he's gone and we can all just go home and watch the European Cup final. No cup final today!
It seems like I'm seeing more of everything, but it all melts together. It's not just sight or sound, it's all of my senses at once, sort of rippling out through my surroundings. What's this? You think I'm nuts, don't you?
Of course I don't, Jean. I've known you for years. This is simply an experiment I devised, using the very expensive dining set someone ordered for the staff canteen. You see, when I was dying, you held my consciousness together. Oh, I lost a few memories of certain days, certain years, but what you did was impossible, Jean. To store a human mind intact, and then to splinter and hide it in a million other minds and reclaim it the way you did. That shouldn't be possible.
even for an Omega-level mutant like you. If I can think it, it's possible. Take a look for yourself, Charles. I'm ready. Okay, this is the beginner telekinesis. Even so, there are dozens of moving parts here. Your mind's ability to precisely operate matter extends far beyond your physical body and deeply into your environment. But I think there could be more to it. More what? Tell me something, Jean. Can you feel this? Yes, I didn't know I could do that. Oh my God, I can feel your pulse through the stainless steel. Jean, telekinetic sensitivity this extreme is known as the manifestation of the Phoenix by neuro-mystical surgeons of the Shi'ar Space Empire. The X-Men underwent great trials and loss during a previous rogue Phoenix manifestation on this planet. People died. No one wants anything like that to happen again, Jean. I know, it's nothing like that. How can I explain? It's not words, it's more like colors on fire, burning in every direction. I feel it. I'm on the shores of what seems an ocean of psychic light. If I actually dared come any further into your consciousness, all my thoughts would turn to ash. Only the ones you don't need in the light. Jean, can I talk to the Phoenix? Jean is the only house where I live, Charles. I am born and consumed in blood and flame and sacrifice, and return, always coming back. Jean, what is this place? Are these words from the future? What's happening? It's not a place. It's how it feels to be the last hope, and to know you'll win against all the odds. It's the wing of the Phoenix touching your heart with flame. Jean, my mind feels blinded, dazzled. Are you all right? Jean, you look strange. I'm okay, Charles. I'm just looking at that. What's it doing here? My apologies. I'm afraid it's me they want. What? I can read your body language, so I know that you're wondering how I got in and how you only see white roses when you try to look into my mind. Thought-proofed ceramic panels. I heard your speech on TV and decided to put you in a morally compromising position. I'm asking you to harbor the most notorious mutant criminal in Europe, Phantom X. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Professor Miss Grey. I want what it says on the tin. I'm a mutant. I demand sanctuary. I wish I'd never eaten that fucking sandwich. So does everybody who went out without an umbrella in downtown Beauvais. Madrix, was that really you trying to sing Justify My Love? That was about the most perverted thing I've ever heard. Weirdo that you are. I'll take that quavering voice to my tomb with me. Hey, and I hope everybody noticed he was harmonizing. That kind of performance takes lots of long practice sessions alone at home. I'm Madrix the Multiple Man, you doughball. I'm never alone with myself. Respect. So, did you ever have an orgy with just yourself, Jamie? I'm seeing 10 of you writhing on silk sheets. Conversation stop. I'm just interested in the sexual habits of Madrix the Multiple Man. Don't try to tell me you're not Monet, you dirty old slag. So what's happening in the tunnel? Looks like nothing to me. I haven't seen anyone. Listen, did you really throw up over Beauvais? They're surrounding us. They have orders to bring him in at any cost. They're terrified of him because they don't know what he can do. I'm a thief. I stole something I shouldn't have. And something big and bad got loose in the train wreck. They call it Weapon XII. Your emergency team is probably already dead. Fall back! Fall back! Hundreds of them! Don't let them touch you! Don't let them touch you! I suppose I just wanted to talk to somebody about Jean and me. You know, through all the death and horror and wonder we've seen, trying to hold on to that shining, unshakable thing we felt once on the moon together when I thought I'd lost her forever. But it's phony. We were faking this teenage unconditional love in the face of unstoppable chaos and change. And Our lives seem so straight and safe now. I mean, she ran around in a corset for everyone, but with me it's sensible shoes and roll necks. I don't know. I love Jean. I love her more than my own life, but I'm not who I was, and I can't seem to tell her who I am, in case she hates what I've become. I can save the world a dozen times before breakfast, but I can't talk to my wife about the stuff that matters most. And I guess I thought you could help. Well, you've been keeping rather a lot bottled up, haven't you? I think you came to Auntie Emma just in time, Scott dear.
You are surrounded. We will not hesitate to fire. Hand over the terrorist Phantom X.
Yes, Pierre. I'm sure you and everyone else in the 18th arrondissement heard that. Well, they're practically holding my staff hostage downstairs. Yes, Phantom X, the man who's bleeding all over my floor. I realize that. It's becoming very clear that he's the most wanted mutant in Europe. Believe me, that doesn't justify... The Xavier Corporation will not hand over a badly wounded man without a better explanation than he's dangerous and must be destroyed. I see. Thank you for trying, Pierre. My friends in high places have realized there are higher places, Jean. Apparently, we're dealing with an international strike force, sanctioned to capture this man using any means necessary.
Sanctuary! That's all I want. A moment to catch my breath.
Why do they want you so much? You kill people? You steal? It's all fuzz where your thoughts should be.
Look, I'm trying to concentrate. I'm bleeding quite badly from ephemeral artery. Oh, fuck. Stopped. How are you doing that?
Telekinesis. I can make your blood clot by thinking about it. Charles, I think we have to help him.
I agree. I'm already planting doubts in the pilots' minds. One boy's worried about his promotion. Suddenly, sweating, heart beating faster. Another is becoming afraid that his collection of mutant pornography might be found by his wife. They're no longer sure what their orders were in the first place.
Forget this mind stuff. They'll switch to robot targeting and launch systems.
Okay, I'll see if I can think my way into the computer system.
No, please keep your mind on my blood flow. I'll handle this. I have special powers too, you know. Just let me call my partner. Something's happening up there on the... Whoa! The guys in the choppers are spacing out. Yeah, well, they got telepaths everywhere. I don't even know if these are my own thoughts. We need a volunteer with no mind of his own worth controlling. Me, sir. Corporal Animal, sir. I'm a highly trained death machine with no human feelings, sir! Thank the Lord, and the Marine Corps above for that. Do your duty, Animal. See, it's all a misdirection. They look at the smoke and the lights, but they don't see what you're really... doing. Now I guess you're wondering who I might be. Well, let me tell you about that. I am your death in human form. I'm sure any one of us can handle this moron. Last chance for the pacifist lobby before I blow him away.
Look, I have a lunch date with a very famous French film star. Are you going to point that gun at me all day?
Shut up! I really hate French movies. This is whack! Any results upstairs? Guys!
We found Animal up here. He don't look right.
Animal?
When my daddy died, I was too young to make sense of it. I was just 4. When you're a kid, you got no place to put those big old feelings, so I kinda stored up all the resentment about losing my dad right in my chest here, and I tried to be like him, to take his place, I guess. I made myself strong and tough, so the world couldn't hurt me none. But it's been hard to feel much through all that protection, and I always found it really kinda difficult to make personal relationships work. It's like this big shield around my heart, see? I got this feeling I need to reconsider my life with the military. Maybe I'd be better working with handicapped kids or something.
Jeez, what the hell they do to you, Animal?
Nice trick. What do you think of mine? Meet Eva, my partner.
A flying saucer? I can barely get used to walking. My head seems too far off the ground.
That's right. A flying saucer. Pretty good, huh?
Hello, is that you, Jean-Philippe?
Of course it's me, Mother. I brought you a new CD. Your musical tour of the globe reaches the mysterious Orient with the flutes of the Tibetan damned. Sleeves notes in French braille. You know I always take care of you, Mama.
Are there people with you?
Just the radio, Mama. I'm recording a play on the radio for you.
Oh, Jean-Philippe, how happy we are in our little house.
Yes, Mama. How happy we are.
I'll try to ignore the deliberate strangeness of all this.
Why ignore it? Embrace it. I do. 30 million euros, Professor X. I use these as toilet paper.
I'm sure I heard voices.
Just a play, Mama. Don't spoil it for yourself by listening.
We did what you asked, Phantom X. We protected you from the mob, but we're not in the habit of aiding and abetting self-confessed criminal terrorists. No more misdirection. What's happening to our X-Men in the Channel Tunnel? What is Weapon XII?
Team, what's just happened? I got separated from everybody when it all went crazy. Richter, Madrox, Siren, somebody talk to me. Weapon XII is the latest in a series of living weapons tests carried out by the military-industrial complex. The new batch were bred like flies in experimental time incubators at secret laboratories outside London. They heat time itself up until it starts to flow in all directions at once. Then introduce human test groups into this pliant, fast-moving substance. This is Monet! Where is everyone? Weapon 12 is humankind's latest answer to the mutant threat, Professor X.
Everyone is here.
Artificial evolution? I'm sure you've heard the whispers from the scientific community, Professor. Rumors concerning the discovery of an extinction sequence in the human genotype. Artificial evolution is human science's alternative to inbuilt self-destruction. Imagine human genetic material crudely spliced with adaptive sentinel microtechnology. Now run the mix through 500,000 years of cyborg mutation and development in less than 18 months. Weapon 12 is a test tube mutation, bred in accelerators. Human governments know much more about what mutants are and what they can do than you can imagine. The train wreck was faked. They're developing these monsters to kill you. I should know. I sneaked on board to steal the dossier and found myself in the middle of a research and development operation. They closed the Channel Tunnel and created the whole event to field test Weapon 12 against a group of trained mutants. Being able to conveniently eliminate a number of persistent asylum seekers who've been trying to smuggle themselves through the Channel Tunnel into Britain is simply a perk. I have the whole dirty dossier on disk. If you want to know more, the data's for sale, of course. Or you could gift it to the Xavier Institute. I'm a mutant with no scruples, Professor. Your personal fortune was valued at $3.5 billion. Your teaching staff includes at least 3 millionaires. I'd prefer to sell. Both mutants and humans suffered in these monstrous experiments. One of our close friends was designated Weapon X in the program and tortured. Boo-hoo. I'll suffer too if I don't get a money transfusion into my bleeding, wounded bank account. And it's Weapon 10, not X. These are the details to the entire Weapon Plus program, dating back to World War II. All the failed experiments and the successes, the results of 1,000 illegal human tests on human, animal, and finally, mutant subjects, like your Mr. Logan. All yours for $1 billion. I'd be interested to see how much money you're willing to sacrifice for ideals. So what did they tell you about your rescue team? High-level genetic emergency, innocent people in danger. They know exactly what buttons to press, don't they? Humans may not have special extra senses, but they're very skilled manipulators and they know how to make weapons. See how good they are at turning your altruistic nature into a tool to destroy you. We need that data. We need to know what we're up against. According to your story, 6 X-Corp members could be involved in a fight for their lives right now. 600, if we count Madrix the Multiple Man. I've read the Weapon XII file. I know exactly what I'm up against. Then tell us, are you driven entirely by your self-interest? I'd like to answer all of your questions, Professor, but I have to remove several bullets from my body. I prefer to self-operate, so I'm putting myself into a state of light auto-hypnosis while my body works on itself. There's wine and a selection of fine French cheeses in the fridge. Make yourselves at home. This won't take long. Is anyone there? This is Darkstar! Everybody try to calm down. The exit's back this way. What are they saying?
Don't let them touch you! Things in the tunnel!
Don't let them touch you! What is it? Why did Siren scream at me? Oh God, what's happening? Are there any X-Men online? Team, this is Darkstar. I just regained consciousness and there's something coming down the track. People, animals. Can anyone hear me?
Don't let him touch you! Don't let him touch you! I don't want to die.
Mama still thinks we live in our family home as I must say. I didn't have the heart to tell her the house was demolished 4 years ago, so I just recreated it here in the mountains. Strange, I've never met a real X-Man before. I've always managed to stay just under the radar, stealing a Van Gogh here, a priceless alien artifact there. What were you trying to prove with the self-healing? I could have easily removed those bullets. And why won't you take your mask off? I want to prove I'm serious, and I take off my mask all the time. Just not in front of you. With 2 telepaths around, I prefer to keep my thoughts to myself. You hear any complaints from me about you leaving your Wonder Bra on all the time, Mrs. Grey Summers?
Phantom X, I'm becoming very concerned about my staff. If you intend to return to the wreck, we'd like to travel with you. But you knew I'd say that, didn't you?
Yes, I suppose I was playing a little chess with your morals, Professor. See, I humiliated them by stealing their data, but, you know, big deal. I want to make a much bolder statement against mutant vivisection. Weapon XII was bred to exterminate. His survival traits are a product of man-machine fusion. I may be brimming with self-confidence, but even I have my limits. On the other hand, with 2 of the world's most powerful minds riding shotgun, I think I can end the experiment. So here's another difficult ethical decision for you to make. I'll help save the lives of your X-Men and everything else in Weapon XII's vicinity, if you 2 pacifists help me kill him. Don't spend too much time deciding. Weapon XII must die.
The Eurotunnel, Paris, France.
So what's plan B? In the name of the wee man, Jamie, what's plan B?
We have no plan B, Siren.
Oh, fuck this. Cover your ears if you don't want this to be the last thing you hear.
We don't even have a plan A. I can't keep multiplying myself. Tired. Fall back.
What is that?
We can't do any good here. Fall back.
But what happened to Monet and Darkstar? Jamie, what the hell are we up against? High above Paris, they were trying to create Supermen to fight future wars. That's how it all began. Weapon 0 was classified. I was a volunteer. Weapons 2 through 3 were animals. 4 to 6 used various ethnic minorities. Then they found the ideal subject for the 7 trials onwards. Kidnapped mutants, the scum of the earth. Like I said, Weapon 10 wasn't a letter, it was a Roman numeral. X is 10. You're Mr. Logan, the Wolverine. Only the 10th generation living weapon. They've gone far beyond that now.
What? Look, in the name of reason, man. I've already told you, Phantom X. There are 6 of my X-Men, and who knows how many innocent human beings in that tunnel.
Weapon 12 becomes his enemies, Professor Xavier. They become him. He's a soldier who recruits his own army just by touch. I don't like to be rude to anyone, but I really have to say you are a very difficult and obtuse man, Phantom X. And this vehicle, you're only frustrated because your telepathy can't get through my shields, Professor. Eva isn't a vehicle. She's my partner. She's my mutation. When she emerged from my mouth on the day my voice broke, Eva was only this size. Yes, I can sense her aliveness now. Pure machine consciousness. She seems friendly. All this came out of you. What happened? I used to keep her in a birdcage and feed her Swiss chocolates, Mrs. Grey Summers. It was many years before my pet saucer began to talk to me. Eurotunnel ahead. We hear. Can you feel this, Charles? Oh, it's like a mind, but I feel it dividing and crawling, like germs on a slide.
Phantom X, is this what you were talking about?
Oh, yes, Professor. Weapon 12's mind spreads like a disease into whatever he touches.
If you need help, we're here to help. To help mutants in trouble, like you.
You mutant in trouble.
Oh no, it's worms! It's like worms! His voice is eating me, thinking my thoughts. Jeez, it's a bacterial consciousness. Scabby touch. Birds, animals, people. Everything he touches spreads his thoughts. Sam, you get that? Everything this guy touches becomes an extension of his body. Don't let them touch you.
Okay, so we just better hope that shiny silver flying saucer out there is on our side, huh? Now, Jean.
Sam, they're not moving. That's our cue to save the day.
I've got him. I don't know what this is. Mine's a bag of worms. But I'm suspending his motor functions telekinetically. I have no idea how long I can keep this up. This is a very weird mind. It's bending around mine. Don't get too wrapped up in his thought processes, Mrs. Grey Summers. They are entirely viral. He's adapting to my attack. Millions of little brains, all thinking at once. These adaptive war machines are like that. But you can probably paralyze him long enough for me to finish this. The off switch for Weapon 12 is in the train that was transporting it, Mrs. Grey Summers. They couldn't risk the experiment getting completely out of hand.
To me, my X-Men.
Weird. Richter has some kind of natural psychic defenses against Weapon 12's infection. Everything's going to be okay, folks.
You saved Siren's life, Sam. That's my job, Professor, sir. I think I can do more here. We'll call you if we need you, Sam. First, I want you to get her to safety outside. Her vocal cords are bleeding very badly.
Hi, I'm Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man.
Yeah, good for you. Zona?
What?
The giant with the eternal brains. His name, Zona Cluster 6. He had a life in the world before the program twisted him into a super-evolved murder machine. We have to kill Zona now before he can be returned to his pod and debriefed. I have to kill him now. But he can't be killed. His mind's filled with millions of moving machine parts. Phantom X, there are still people trapped in there. Can you cover me, Charles?
Jean, no! Oh, for God's sake, Professor Xavier, its touch is contagious. There are hundreds of infected people and animals. Darkstar's in there, and so is Monet.
It's all right, Jamie. We're relieving you of duty. I believe I can beat Weapon 12 at his own game without further bloodshed. All I need is to borrow your nervous system.
No bother, Charles. Just don't even try to explain it, eh? All I need's a little rest, sir.
Then rest, Jamie. You deserve it. I'll take telepathic control now.
Nobody does it like me.
You lunatic ninja matrix freak! You killed her!
You just killed Darkstar. She was a superhero. She stopped being human the instant Weapon 12 touched her. The lack of any genuine concern in your vocal modulation and body posture tells me that she was only some girl you never much cared for. An associate at best, yes? You were standing here in the middle of this and I didn't get the chance to make friends. And you never will. Life is so tough. Jean Grey is buying you time, miss. Use it to do your job as a rescue worker.
Weapon 12. My name is Charles Xavier.
I too can see through 1,000 eyes and operate 4,000 limbs.
I was born to make war on the mutant race. Has war begun? Is this war? Has war begun? Make a new world for man. Make war in the name of eternal man.
This isn't war.
Call it medicine, if you like. Get the survivors out, Monet. The way's clear. Jean, there were no passengers in the train. Everything went nuts and he killed Darkstar. Because it wasn't her anymore. Take it easy and walk slowly back towards the floodlights, Monet. Phantom X? And this one other. Phantom X, I hate to bring this up, but if there was only one Weapon 12, why are there 2 of these cages? This was your pod, wasn't it? And everything else, all of it was a lie. That's why we never heard of Phantom X. Oh, our minds are leaking, aren't they? They dipped us into liquid time, Jean. Injected us with micro-sentinel machines. The world is smaller than this one. Its rules and its people are very, very different. Xorn turns his enemies into himself. And me. I'm much smarter than they bargained for. I won't be anyone's soldier. Please don't tape up your thoughts. It was just getting interesting. There is no European super thief, is there? There is now. Illusion, Jean, misdirection. I'm a new form of life, and this place is so much bigger and more fun than the world in the Weapon Plus program. No, but wait a minute. What about that house in the mountains? Come on, who was the old woman? What old woman?
We didn't do that, did we, Jamie? I didn't think too hard at Weapon 12, did I?
Do what, sir? For crying out loud. Everybody's dead.
Yes, I was rather hoping we could avoid this kind of brutal, pointless solution. My God, look at his bizarre branching brainstem system. It's almost like coral.
Everybody, Jean Grey's still in there with some gun nut. He shot Darkstar. She's dead. Otherwise, mission accomplished, I think. Lies, Phantom X. Weapon Plus is real. The world is real. But there's no dossier, no disk. The secrets of the program are here, in my head, available at a price. This is my off switch. Disabled now, see? Jean, England is that way down the track. The tilt of your pelvis tells me you find me too attractive to permit them to capture me again. 10 minutes of falling debris, Phantom X. Au revoir. Run.
The X-Men have this deliberately engineered emergency under control. We've just lost one of our rescue team, do you understand? We're in no mood to play chimpanzee politics.
Hey, I seen you on TV, with the light wanging off your sweaty shaved head just like it's doing now. Well, you look into this dumb chimpanzee's head all you want, you bald-headed bigot. You won't find anything except reruns of the adult channel.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
Little thing they've been teaching us to protect the privacy of our minds. So here's the official story if you want your activities to continue to meet with the encouragement of the appropriate authorities. Take or leave, Professor. The nice X-Men were on hand for a biological weapons accident in the Eurotunnel.
Many lives were saved, but one fine mutant died a hero. Boo-hoo, we love you. Now step aside, please, while we take back what's ours and get this hole cleaned up.
Sorry guys, don't know how it happened, but he slipped right by me. Weapon 13 has left the house.
Darkstar, our sister, is dead. She died protecting the lives of others. She laid down her life for the dream. So I'd like you all to join me in a shared telepathic experience. Close your eyes and taste the life of Lania Petrovna, and understand what we have lost today.
So, what I'm saying is, whether you have feathers, skin, veins, or just very powerful levitational gifts, flying is really all about confidence and concentration. And here at the Xavier Institute, we value cooperation too. So look out for your classmates up there.
I'm gonna fly any damn way I choose. Who says you know what's best for me? If I had my way, I'd have these wings cut off by a top Beverly Hills surgeon. I'd rather be normal than a freak like you guys.
Angel, right? And Beak, how about you?
I am hoping to go into space to help with the relief work also, but I have no wings to reach the spaceship.
You look fit enough to me, Barnell. You just need to let go and relax. Follow me. Remember to sail on the peaks and Tros. If you make it to the Shi'ar flagship, you can consider today's lesson well learned.
Confidence and concentration? Look at 'em, all trying to be famous superheroes like Teacher. How about money and smugness being all you need? Calling himself Angel. You want some of this, Beak? We'll go kick his tail into space. His name is Archangel. It's a totally different thing. Keep your beer and cigarettes. I'm straight edge hardcore. My body is a temple. Yeah, like a temple to Satan, you weirdo. You really want to go with them into space? What is there here for me? Maybe out there with the space aliens. Maybe there a guy like me could sing normal. Dream on. There's nothing normal about this stupid place, least of all you. If you hate the Xavier school so bad, why not fly away? You at least can fly to join them. Like I wanna. I'm hanging with you because you make me realize there's worse things to be than me. Yeah. Well, this is normal for me. To be the big joke, yeah? Yep. Baka. Kentucky. Book. Where's Miss Frost so I can pretend not to be looking down her bra? Book. Oh, yeah? Buck you. Buck. You. Oh, no.
Okay, well done, everybody. Skywalker, keep your arms tucked in when you want to go faster. So who do we lose on the way up?
It's official. You're a disgrace to the school, Beak. You see this? This was once neck here, now broken in about 1,000,000 places. I will never, ever try to fly again. Space. How stupid was I to think this? For me, there is now only the circus. Aw, Beaky, I bet I know how to get you into orbit. Come here, you freak.
Inside the Institute. So, do I detect you're in agreement with Scott on this particular issue? You think I'm being deliberately provocative?
Henry, darling, I'm one of the world's most renowned and prurient telepathic talents. I actually know for sure that you've never had any kind of physical relationship with another man. I even know you made hoax phone calls to superheroes' headquarters when you were younger, didn't you? Always something of a practical joker, The Institute's already being portrayed as some boho experiment in mutant sociology. These outrageous statements you've been making do nothing but fan the flames of controversy.
I'm doing this to challenge preconceived notions about language, gender, and species. I'm also learning to play the drums. Please excuse me, Emma. I have medical class in 5 minutes. Oh, and by the way, don't mess with Scott and Jean's marriage. It's undignified, and Jean will kill you.
Over France, the X-plane. So how was Madripoor, Logan? Kill anyone?
Couple of bad guys. First time you and Jeannie been together for weeks. You two should talk more.
I said, How was Madripoor? Boys, big sister's watching. It's hard enough keeping tabs on everyone without you distracting me. I can't believe what some mutants are up to right now in the privacy of their own homes. I was in the air most of the time. We didn't get a chance to talk.
All I'm saying, man's gotta mow his own lawn.
Rawr. Don't listen to him, Scott. That's better. You simply have to relax. You're with me now, Scott, and I'm looking out through your eye. No, it's more like yellow. The light turns yellow in the ruby quartz shield, Emma. Oh, I knew that. I'm trying to get you in the mood, Scott. Stop being so literal. Fly with Emma. I summered here in those long, hot days following the incident which left my ghastly finishing school in flames and my head mistress penniless, South Province. Or at least my memory of it. And now I'm mixing in your own memories of wind and air pressure to make it seem more convincing. Aren't I clever? It's just long-range super telepathy, Scott, made possible by this lovely Cerebra machine. I'm quite drunk on the sensation of 10 times the prying power.
I need a little marriage guidance, Emma. That's all.
And that's exactly what we're going to do, Scott. Trust me.
I've heard that one before. Why can't you just be straight with me? Why can't everyone just be straight with me?
Because we live in a bendy world, dear. Let go. Tell all your troubles to Miss Frost.
Emma? This isn't funny. Is this supposed to be symbolic? Because it really feels like gravity. I'm falling, Emma. Stop this!
Save your breath for impact. Let's aim for my cousin, Jocasta. That's a memory of her wedding below, and I've always wanted to ruin it. Good heavens! How did we end up here? How terribly meaningful.
I only wanted to talk. Ugh, hey! You're daydreaming, Summers. Get some rest. I'll bring us down.
Yeah. Thanks, Logan. Thanks. Take Logan's advice. Your left brain can handle him yapping away like a dog. Your right brain needs all the help it can get. Which is where I, as the X-Men's only qualified sex therapist, come to the rescue.
I don't feel safe here, that's all. Wherever here is. It's like everyone's watching me. Like I'm doing something wrong.
We're swapping thoughts, that's all. Telepaths do it all the time. How do you think Jean and the Professor while away the long hours abroad together?
I don't need this. What do you know about me or Jean or any of us?
Rather a lot, as a matter of fact, Mr. Scott Summers. Jean is a human furnace of violent emotions. It can be quite horrific to experience.
I know she has a temper.
A temper? For God's sake, Scott, she once almost erased half my brain. I was left drooling and incontinent for a month. I'd think very carefully before crossing swords with Jean, believe me. She's never been that way with me. Well, we've all seen her worst and survived it. But you... No one really knows what volcanic passions Scott Summers struggles to repress. She's afraid of you.
I would never hurt Jean, no matter what. I think she knows that too.
You think she knows, but you've never really told her. Why is that, Scott? What's the big optic blast you're holding back from us this time? Are you afraid you'll blow Jean to smithereens if you tell her you don't love her anymore?
I'll always love her. It's just... we've both changed so much. Everything's changed. I used to think I was special. I tried to be a good husband. But underneath all the lies and the acting, I'm just like everyone else.
Spare me the bloody obvious, Scott. So you were possessed for 5 minutes by an evil spirit. He showed you dark corners in your soul that you never knew you had, blah, blah, blah. But when do we reach the scandal, Scott? The real dirt in its most pure, concentrated, and embarrassing little nuggets.
Give me a break, Emma. This is hard enough.
The perfect marriage of the world's most beloved mutant heroes has fallen into ruin. Where, how, why, and when did it all go so wrong? I think there's only one way to find out. We'll play a little game of superheroes and heroines, shall we? You be Scott, and I'll be Jean.
Is this still telepathic therapy, Emma? Or are we having some kind of weird affair now?
aboard the Shi'ar cruiser. The ship leaves at dawn to rendezvous with the surviving vessels of Lalandra's Imperial Armada on the dark side of the moon. I know it sounds like the concept album from hell, but it's true. If you're part of the relief team, you'll have a couple of weeks in near-Earth space before the Armada heads back to the Shi'ar homeworld, which is where most of the devastation occurred. That leaves the rest of you with precisely 5 hours to help where you can and get some sightseeing time. Class dismissed. You've all...
Belay that dismissal, sir! Mr. Archangel, check it out! Is it Teamwork 101 or is it Dumb and Dumber?
Incoming! Incoming!
Whew! I figured you'd make it. Ugh! Congratulations, Beak. Now, are you sure you have enough stuff here for a whole year in space? Oh, and very impressive work, Angel. Gold feather commendation.
But I must now tell you something, Mr. Archangel. For me, there is no way I can go to the cosmos after all. Something has happened to me, sir. Something I can hardly explain.
A girl, right?
There was like a rainbow in her wings. I have to stay here now. No girl has ever kissed me before, but she kissed me.
For real. Okay, $20 is yours, you disgusting skank.
You guys actually bet her that she wouldn't kiss the Beak? Are you serious?
She'd kiss a rat with AIDS.
Where Angel fears to tread just ain't been invented yet.
Hello, universe. This is the greatest day of my life.
So anyway, I am power and song and life incarnate. But the truth is, no matter how hard I try, I can't help playing with fire. How about you, darling?
Sure, Jean. Why not? Genosha.
I remember when all this was fields and spires and monorails. This is where Magneto died.
I'm sorry, Quicksilver, but good riddance. Magneto was a master-race lunatic who coerced the entire Genoshan mutant population into a war with humanity, and brought this on himself.
Sabra.
Magneto was my father. Otherwise,
you're right.
I'll meet you both back at the Dome. I'm impatient to rendezvous with Professor X and get the hell out of this godforsaken graveyard.
Quicksilver, please, I didn't mean... oh, no. I wished I'd just stayed in Paris with X-Corp. This has been the worst weekend of my life. I keep saying the wrong thing, and Quicksilver is so uptight all the time. Neil, right? I'm terrible with names.
Neil, yes. Call me Thunderbird. Sometimes codenames are easier.
Nah. Do I know you?
Untouchable. I'm supposed to be untouchable. But they came right through. They came right through my force field. Ghosts. Millions of ghosts all buzzing. Millions of voices talking in me. Following her.
Ghost stories, Jean. 16 million mutants died here on one day. Is it any wonder there are ghost stories?
If anyone wants to score brownie points, Charles Xavier particularly loves Japanese green tea.
Spoken like a prize pupil, Storm.
He's here. Try to look busy.
Morning, everyone. We're beginning to wonder if the decision to stop here on our way to India was a wise one after all.
The word is grim as hell, Professor.
Professor Xavier.
It's so good to see you again. You look well. I feel wonderful, Neil. Traveling seems to suit me. And Sabra, glad to see you made it, Ruth. I think we all have to see Genosha for ourselves at least once. We heard something happen just before we arrived. Eunice, the untouchable man.
They were ghosts. You tell me what else they were. Tell me what else can go through walls and skin and bone. He kept the magnetic fields alive, see?
Angelo, Bambino, calm down. Charles, can you see what he's seeing? These weird shapes.
Passing right through his force field. It's all right, Angelo. Your protective shield is intact. Listen to Jean.
So many million voices of the dead, and this girl running at the head of the procession. with hair like the sea, green as the sea.
Do you mean Polaris? I keep thinking, what are we to do here, Aurora? What good can we bring out of this horror?
I arrived only 3 days ago, Charles. I've seen nothing but charred bones and the ashes of children. So far, I can only bring grief and pity.
But something survived. Everyone seems to think so. Eunice saw something.
Do you believe in ghosts, Charles?
No. Sometimes I wish I could.
I think I do believe. Ghosts come in many forms.
We don't get to talk often enough these days, do we? We know only one green-haired woman. Lorna Dane would be able to generate the kind of magnetic field anomalies we've been recording.
If that's what they are, with respect, Professor Xavier, the previous X-Corporation relief team reported strange visual manifestations. Figures were seen, voices heard, green tea.
But Eunice wasn't alone. We know that now. Jean and I have become aware of several living mutant minds here on the island.
They're here for some reason we don't understand, which is why I'm suggesting a search party before it gets too murky to see. What is that?
If Polaris is causing these magnetic displays, then she needs our help. The radiation levels out there are toxic. She couldn't survive for more than a few hours.
The X-Men are not the only mutants to come here, Professor X. There are people who think my father survived the Sentinel attacks.
I know. I've seen the T-shirts. What do you think, Pietro?
I think my father's greatest trick is to be more dangerous dead than he ever was alive.
This was Magda Square. The Mega Sentinel attacks were concentrated here in the Parliament buildings, am I right?
Wouldn't Polaris come here? This is right where Magneto died.
There's something here. A strange, troubling presence.
It's not a human or mutant mind, whatever it is.
Should we proceed?
Charles, you look like you have something on your mind.
I do, Storm. Excuse me, but I keep glancing in the rearview mirror, and I don't know if I'm imagining this or if there's actually a face appearing on the huge, standing Mega Sentinel machine.
Well, now, it had to happen, didn't it? Here we are minding our own business, trying to pay our respects in our own way. And who turns up but the mutant police? What happened? You gonna show up drunk somewhere and turn us all in for beer money?
We're not police, Toad. We're not here to fight any of you. Especially not here. This place has seen enough fighting. Wouldn't you say so?
That's right, Professor. So clear off while you've still got the legs to trot with, eh? Bring on the species traitors, human collaborators. So what now, Xavier?
Stand easy, Toad. We're only searching for one of our people, a mutant, Lorna Dane, Polaris. We think she's in danger. No one knew Magneto better than you, Toad. Wouldn't he want you to help us protect her?
You know all Magneto ever wanted, Xavier. He wanted you to admit that human beings were murderous scum. He only ever wanted you to admit that he was right. Old Man Shocker here and Toad in waiting, as I call the teenage tosser. Ugh. We've all seen things, heard voices. Magneto won't let Genosha or Polaris die. Not like you think. Sure thing. I was outside picking up scrap for the memorial when I saw the junk moving in patterns and rows all around her. She was gathering the dead, see?
What's happening here?
I've been looking at this place. Have you people been building some kind of insane monument to my father?
Quicksilver seemed quite eager to help in the construction work. These are strange times where the superhero and the super-terrorist work together to make art. The ghosts are back! What are they? Voices, like repeated thoughts, all broken up, fractured. Radio echoes. It's not just one person, it's crowds. That way. Can you see where the air is bending, Jean? They're all around us, all sweeping in the same direction. It's her. That's Lorna down there. They're inside her. Millions inside her. Oh no, there's a big light outside. I have to go see if... What's that noise? I thought I heard President Magneto speaking. The noise is... I think I'm blind. Mama, I think they're like sentinels, bigger than any sentinels ever. I can see them from the window, miles away. One of them's turning to...
She's acting like a magnetic pole, repelling us.
I'll need your help in just a second, Neil. Right now I need to concentrate on moving the corrosive sludge away from Lorna. Her entire nervous system is overloaded. She's carrying millions of magnetic patterns, recordings of the last moments of Genosha. Charles, what's going on in her mind?
Aurora!
Lorna's safe. Naked, safe, and more than mildly deranged. Okay, Neil. You're the only X-Man completely immune to radiation poisoning. What was she trying to get at under the surface?
I don't know. Magnetic activity is strongest of all here. This is the source, Gene. My dental fillings are coming loose from my skull. But I don't... There's something here. I'm not sure what I'm holding. No, wait. Can anyone tell me what an aircraft flight recorder would look like?
All the phones are ringing. Can you hear me? The floor just fell.
Lorna, her consciousness is bursting open. We have to... Jean! Aurora! Help me! We have to purge these forces from Lorna.
An exorcism, Charles. Hold her, Aurora. He put himself in the recorder. He recorded everyone.
Voices. Everywhere, voices.
I have to boost the signal. I have to boost the signal. Daddy.
Even I can hear them. Millions of them.
I can feel the walls shaking. I think this is the end. I love you. I love you. Love you.
This is the voice. This is the voice of Magneto. This is the voice of the Genoshan nation. It's a strange thing to die in the darkness.
What's happening?
In the last moments of his life, he recorded everything. These are the last words of Magneto as he lay dying in the ruins.
It's a strange thing to die. I was Magneto, the master of magnetic forces. Now I will be a voice in the darkness, echoing forever. Once I was a mortal man. Now I am becoming memory, immortal. They must have thought they could silence us forever. Instead, we have become magnetic, unstoppable.
My dad. Oh, my dad. He saved them all on tape.
Do you understand? Our voices will be broadcast around the world, into space, at the speed of light, at the speed of radio. Our voices traveling without end through the depths of time and space, beyond this life, and far, far beyond this death.
What does it take to get you people to listen to reason? You know, here's me trying my best to honor the strict pacifist principles of the Xavier Institute, and here's a bunch of slave traders filling me full of lead. You can't kill me, bub, but if I have to get stung by one more stupid bullet, you lose the hand, okay? Drop the gun. Wise man. And tell those reinforcements you called to turn back. I'm feeling mean. What were you thinking, bub? That guy doesn't look like a deranged human killing machine on a hair-trigger fuse. Quit while you can still hold hands with your forces, sweetheart. I know you, bub.
Phantom X, Monsieur Logan. Europe's most wanted super thief. Thieving as usual. Fancy meeting you here. Your Professor X and Miss Jean Grey ran into me recently on their way west. Perhaps it's them you smell on me. These are the names and addresses of some of the richest people on the planet. The trade in mutant slaves joins the lowest with the highest. Can you imagine what they'll pay to keep their names out of the press?
Money. Women and kids treated like furniture and all you can think about is money.
Well, I'm only human after all. I am nothing like your X-Men. I even wonder how much you will pay to learn the secrets of the Weapon Plus program and your own lost past. As Weapon XII, you spent the best years of your life being tortured in the project laboratories, did you not, Monsieur James?
Who? What the hell are you talking about, Phantom X? You're Weapon 13, X-111, the latest state-of-the-art super soldier. Am I right?
You'll be hearing a lot more about that soon enough, Wolverine. In the meantime, I didn't kill these slave traders. The girl did. They tried to remove her burqa, and something happened. The flesh was stripped from their bones. I count 13 armed and inquisitive mercenaries heading this way. I'm sure you can talk some sense into them.
You bet.
Air India, Flight 1212.
In the name of the liberation of Kashmir, this aircraft is now a weapon in a righteous cause.
Here is your airport security. Here are your x-rays, passports. Stay in your seats. Tell the captain to turn towards New Delhi.
Excuse me, those are wax guns, aren't they?
I'll kill her. I'll kill her first and then I'll kill you.
No, you won't.
Shut up! You speak Pakistani. What should we do instead?
Well, wouldn't it be much better for everyone if you all turned around and walked back to your seats? You could just stay there until we land at Mumbai. And disarming the bomb in your bow might be a very good idea too, Mohammed. Jean can probably do that for you. She's telekinetic. I'd just been reading about these so-called dirty bombs, Jean. The world seems to get more dangerous every day. Mumbai Airport, India. This is Mohammed. An hour ago, he was convinced that territorial injustices allegedly perpetrated by one tribe against another justified turning an aircraft into an atomic weapon and killing thousands of people. We've all had a talk since then. I explained some of the destructive inconsistencies and contradictions in his thinking.
It's true. I don't know what I've been doing with my life.
Well, we have them now, Professor Xavier. The people of India are in your debt.
Yes. I'm a telepath, Tajinder, and I can absolutely assure you that none of these men will ever again use violence in the service of abstract ideas. Just as I can assure them that they will not be brutalized in your custody.
Professor X, look out!
Die, monster! Die!
Jean.
Down, Professor!
James Proudstar, I thought you were dead.
Must have been someone else, sir.
There, can you hear the breathing? This is not an ordinary bullet, Charles. Look, I don't even think it's from this planet. It's got a really weird molecular ringtone.
Help me here so we can see who's under this. Foul! Thorn! Please, some dignity! Help yourself, you treacherous cow.
Cassandra!
Oh no, it's the Laundra. She still thinks I'm Cassandra Nova. Charles, that car has exactly the same molecular tone as the bullet. It's It's not from here. Jean, it's Lalandra, my love. I'm really sorry about this introduction to the Mumbai branch of the Worldwide X-Corporation, Professor. We were going to all dress in our new costumes and sing the national anthem for a laugh. I think she's an alien. Any idea why she'd want to assassinate you? Her mind is sick, James. She thought I was someone else, someone who hurt her badly. Lalandra, forgive me. So, who is she? I missed that bit. Are you stupid? Don't you read? She's a space empress.
You must come with us, Professor Xavier. The heavens are in turmoil, and judgment must fall on the planet Earth.
Lalandra is a woman from another world. My wife, my consort. Jean will explain. I'd better go with them. X-Corp Mumbai HQ.
I couldn't wake him. He was here when I returned from my Russian mission. Better just leave him, Sunfire. He does that. His healing factor always takes a lot out of him. That's Wolverine, right? You can tell by the stink of his jacket. So, wasn't Logan supposed to have someone with him? Oh yeah, he left a message to say he was on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border rescuing some mutant refugee, but we'd all headed out to meet you guys. The professor's wife is a pretty good shot, huh? Sorry, this place is such a disgusting mess. I'd clean it myself, but it seems so demeaning for a so-called superhero. And the Hindu Times called me a superhero last week. You know, it's weird how much they really love our old outfits here. Asia goes crazy for all the tight, spangly Bollywood costumes everybody else hates. I noticed. So what exactly did you say was wrong with your Cerebra link? Well, the main problem is we have no telepaths worth half a damn in X-Corporation Mumbai. That's the bottom line. Look at us, Jean. We can't even figure out the controls for the DVD. What chance do we have of starting up a sci-fi mind machine? Point taken. It's actually not all that difficult. You just think into it and it finds mutants for you. Maybe I can kickstart your Cerebra and track down the missing mutant. Come on, Sunfire. Don't just stand there and tell everyone you're using your special nuclear powers to do all the work. But I'm using my special nuclear powers.
This place is scanning free of all intruders.
So the mystery mutant could be anywhere by now, if she even exists. Maybe Wolverine ate her for lunch. Wait, it's him! All this dust is coming off Wolverine.
Don't touch him, Feral. He'll wake up and kill you.
That's Wolverine? Are you insane? He's a samurai. Samurai? But he was on a search and rescue. Who did he rescue? Gotcha. The missing mutant is right here in the room with us after all.
Are you sure, Jean? My extra senses are working overtime and there's still only 6 of us here.
She's not strictly biological right now, are you? Hello, Sorora. It's okay, I'm Jean. Jean Grey Summers. You're safe here. We're the X-Men. We got you out of the camp. You're safe. And I know you're hungry. You can turn back to human form now.
Tulab. Tulab.
It means dust. It's all she says. Now will everybody shut up? I'm trying to sleep.
Hi. It's okay, Sorora. We're friends. Everything's going to be okay.
Meanwhile, we are here, Professor Xavier. Time to say goodbye. The Empress Lalandra must be returned to her people.
What's going to happen here, Rocky?
I am Araki 6. I am only a messenger of the Empire.
We are returning your people, Xavier. For our own protection during this time, the Empire can afford no further contact with the mutant race.
But, Lalandra, what's happening?
You think you know everything, Charles. You think it can all be set right with words and hopes.
But Cassandra Nova can do no more harm. I know what she did disguised at me, but your mind will heal. Lalandra, the Empire will prevail.
Ruin came to us through you, Charles. Always you bring ruin. The Empire is broken. I am all broken. How can I allow them to see me like this?
Not broken, my love. Dissolved. Changed to a new form. Think...
The new emergency Senate has decreed the withdrawal of all Shi'ar citizens from planet Earth during the disinfection period.
You don't know anything, Charles. It's over!
The mutant species has registered toxic levels of aggression. Nature itself has chosen to deal with your kind. Your marriage to Empress Landra is hereby annulled.
Disinfection?
Oh, yes. The Phoenix has hatched, Professor. And she is merciless.